Here's a sad tragedy of it all. Americans are dead. More than 1,000 structures have been destroyed. More than 30,000 acres have been charred to a crisp. And we have no idea just how many people over the next coming days are going to find out that they're homeless or possessionless. It's awful. And yet, when it comes to the LA fires, it seems like everyone from local officials to the president-elect, they just want to play the blame game, mostly the president-elect and the MAGA folks. So let me explain, though. Because few, if anyone, is approaching this tragedy with the mature sobriety that it demands. So to paraphrase journalist Katie Herzog, what's happening is Team Blue is blaming Team Red for failing to act on climate change, and Team Red is blaming Team Blue for poor land management, and everyone gets to sleep soundly knowing that the other guy is at fault, except for the people who no longer have beds. They're utterly, utterly screwed. True. Why is this happening? Why can't our lawmakers put politics aside for 5 minutes to help those in need? And especially, why can't, of all people, the former and future commander-in-chief just be an adult for once? Because he's the one who's mainly stirring the pot here.
Well, it's very sad because I've been trying to get Gavin Newsom to allow water to come. You'd have tremendous water up there. They send it out to the Pacific because they're trying to protect a tiny little fish, which is in other areas, by the way, called a smelt. And for the sake of a smelt, they have no water. They had no water in the fire hydrants today in Los Angeles. It was a terrible thing. And we're going to get that done. It's going to finally be done. I got it done from the federal side, and he didn't want to sign it, but it's not going to happen again like that. There's no reason. Can you imagine? You have farmers that don't have any water in California. They have plenty of water. They don't have a drought. They send it out to the Pacific.
He's the one who's mainly stirring the pot. And as per usual, Trump is being a pretty pathetic bully. Also, as per usual, Trump is conflating two different stories for political purposes. The vast majority of LA water comes from local aqueducts and not Northern California rivers where some fish species like the smelt are protected. Facts are important here. The fire hydrant issues during the recent Palisades fire, that was due to infrastructure strain and high demand, not water diversion policies. Trump is misinformed or just lying on purpose, but either way, does it matter? Because he's just being unhelpful while people are dying. And he's not alone in that regard. So, somewhat. Watch this and then I'll explain.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
Can you back up? Appreciate it.
Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster? No apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
So let me explain it here, because there you have the mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass, refusing to answer questions from a reporter on her way back to Los Angeles. Okay, now look, I don't appreciate gotcha questions. I don't like gotcha interviews. I don't appreciate ambush interviews at all. I don't appreciate the tone in which that reporter spoke to the mayor. She deserves some respect. She's a mayor. Now, I thought it was rude and disrespectful, in many ways unprofessional. Productive in some ways, though. But what's more, the reporter spread fake news. He said that Karen Bass cut the LA Fire Department budget. But that's not true, according to Politico. She actually increased the budget some $50 million. But here's the thing. You wouldn't know that because Mayor Bass refused to correct the record. She refused to help herself. She got defensive. She shut down. And that's just not what the people need right now. I know she's under a lot of pressure, but her constituents need accurate information. She should not have allowed that misinformation to spread. And quite frankly, she shouldn't have taken so long to get back to Los Angeles after her own office put out a warning on Monday saying that, quote, that potentially life-threatening windstorm would result in an elevated fire risk that week. She and her team have not handled this situation well. Is it as bad as Ted Cruz jetting off to Cancun while Texas faced a brutal cold snap? Remember that? One that killed more than 200 people? No, it's not that bad, but it doesn't look good. Optics are important. And again, it wasn't helpful for the people of California. I want you to recall this is what folks are detailing right now, or dealing with right now. Watch this.
Okay, I guess let's park along this street, yeah? And then, Dave, if you can, just go ahead of us and try to set up a signal.
Right here. This is where it's gotta be. This is, oh my God. What? I've never, look at this. Beyond comprehension. Oh. That's very sad.
So consider the fact that those people have it best right now, because at least the fires are no longer burning. At least they can start picking through the rubble. That's the best. Think of all the houses, all the neighborhoods that are still at this moment ablaze. It's heartbreaking. Yet all that some lawmakers are doing is just pointing fingers, right? And guess what? All the finger pointing is pointless. Not only because it doesn't help the situation, but also because this tragedy is on everyone. There's a full-on human collective action problem. Republican inaction on climate change absolutely contributed to a big part of this devastation, these fires. Clearly, so did some Democratic mismanagement of controlled burns and water allocation. Sometimes it's not just one side's fault. Sometimes it's everyone has some blame in it. So sometimes the blame game is just stupid. This is not what the people of California deserve right now. They just need help.
Mike, I can't believe my eyes what we're seeing here in the Pacific Palisades and into Santa Monica. Just nothing but destruction. All those hot spots are structures that have burned or are burning right now. As I zoom in, it's just home after home. I don't even have the words for it to describe. Look at this area here. This is off of, it's off of Rimmer Avenue and Monument Street. I mean, just homes are destroyed here, just wiped out completely. It's just really unbelievable to see the devastation here, the structures that are still on fire, the businesses that have burned, the homes that have burned down, the apartment complexes, fire next to that church there. It looks like a church anyways, but it's just unbelievable to see all this. I'm going to bring in our map system so you can see the streets that are affected here, but it is burned all the way to the shoreline, all the way down to PCH, and there you see the shoreline there. But it is just our first time looking at this. The smoke is cleared, and we're getting our first look from above at all the devastation here throughout the Pacific Palisades and into Santa Monica. But it is absolute sadness, is all I can say.
So please, politicians, please, let's get our acts together. Help the people who are in dire need right now. Not of political posturing and blaming everybody else, but just help, resources. They deserve as much. Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will see you next time.